I'm about to be really pissed off. Alright, let's talk about Luke Skywalker. Are we almost done? Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we are watching... What are we watching? We are watching Star Wars The Last Jedi, which is my second least favorite Star Wars movie. For those of you who don't know, Star Wars fans are divided on this movie. They either absolutely love it or they completely despise it, and there is no in between. I fall in the camp of being that one person that's in between. I don't love this movie, but it's not my least favorite Star Wars movie. I think, though, every time I watch this movie, I hate it a little bit more. So this will be a fun watch. Let's get going. There's a lot to unpack in this movie. Let's just go.
Still here.
What am I watching?
Can he hear?
Disengage now, Commander.
Man, Poe sucks.
Wipe that nerve.
I told Tana I was watching Last Jedi, and he texted back, "Oh God." See you. My question is, like, what was the plan if Poe wasn't supposed to keep going? Like, what was the plan? If he was supposed to get out of there after doing whatever he did, why was everyone there with bombs? Anyway, like, was it there as a backup? I don't really understand why they were all, like, prepared with all those bombs if they were just supposed to go anyway. Boo. There's a lot to unpack with Luke, but I'm gonna wait until we get all the flashbacks, like, halfway or 3/4 of the way through, because I feel like all of this depends on knowing what happened. So I will wait to untangle the Luke Skywalker stuff until we get all that backstory.
I'm gonna walk out with a laser sword and face down the whole First Order. Happen
Like
here.
father, like son.
You think that I came?
I saw your laser sword.
Findable place. In the
Oh, I have
galaxy
a little
for no
tattoo
reason
right
at
now.
all. Go away.
A Star Wars little temporary tattoo. Who said, yeah, this scene, this shot? I'd like a word. I'm about to be really pissed off. One of the things I hate the most about these sequel Star Wars movies are the fake deaths. There is nothing that I hate more in a book, a movie, a TV show than a fake death. Just have the guts to kill off your characters. I hate it, especially when it's like about war of some kind. I hate when they try to trick you into thinking that someone is dead, and these movies do it so much. Like, I'm going to actually keep track, because the last two movies here, I can't stand it, honestly. And it's one of the things I hate the most about this series, because it's just one of my pet peeves. But this is one of the ones where I think it made the most sense to actually kill the person off. This scene was done really well, I think. Kylo Ren and Leia sense each other. They know the other one's there, they know what's going on, they know what's about to happen, and Kylo Ren can't pull the trigger. But then his own people do it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And I think there's something really poetic and really nice and sad and bittersweet about the entire scene, and heartbreaking. There's just a lot of emotions going on in the scene, and I thought it was executed really well until they brought Leia back to life for literally no reason. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, she passed away before this movie even came out. I think it just made so much more sense, especially since Carrie Fisher passed away, for them to make this scene permanent. I think it was executed really well, and they just completely dropped the ball in a few minutes for no apparent reason. She literally does nothing for the rest of this movie. Really glad that she was saved by the Force for no apparent reason.
That's not how the Force works.
Also, this isn't just a Force thing. Star Wars has a terrible habit, even in the prequels, of people surviving spaceships of some kind blowing up or the window getting, broken. They just survive. Like, this isn't even the Force. This is space. You can't you can't survive space without a suit. Like, they did it in Revenge of the Sith too. Like, when Grievous blows down. What am I watching? Why am I watching this?
The chain of command is clear as Vice Admiral Holdo of the...
Yeah, Admiral's higher than a captain. Why would Poe think that he would fit promoted to be a charge?
Captain? Not commander, right? What shall act to demote you?
Yeah, he's not even captain.
Where we lost our entire bombing fleet.
Oh my god, we're only 45 minutes in. This is a long night.
You'll bring Luke Skywalker to me.
Can you Jedi mind trick other Jedi? I feel like it only worked on the weak-minded. This is brutal.
God, it's brutal out here.
Reach out.
I feel something.
You feel it?
Yes, I feel it.
That's the Force.
Oh, I've never felt any... Ow!
Okay, I do like that scene. This is the second scene I've liked in this film. No, third. Third, I liked Rose Sister's death. I liked Leia's fake death before it was fake. And I liked that little line. The rain on Kylo Ren's hand.
That's not how the Force works.
God, he looks crazy.
For the briefest moment of pure instinct, I thought I could stop it. It passed like a fleeting shadow.
Alright. Let's talk about Luke Skywalker. When this movie came out, I believe there was a lot of talk about how people perceived Luke, and there's even a clip somewhere of Mark Hamill calling him Jake Skywalker because he does not recognize this character. He then later went on to write some form of apology that I'm sure his agent forced him to make if he ever wanted to act or do anything ever again. So I don't know if people are actually divided on this still or if they ever were, but the things I hear are that this is not the Luke Skywalker we know from Return of the Jedi. He would never abandon these people. He would never abandon his sister and run away. He would never, do all of this and just be alone on an island, basically like Yoda. And I'd like to address that now. When I first saw this movie, I actually understood Luke when I saw it for the very first time, not really thinking too deeply about Star Wars and, all of these things. I liked Force Awakens enough that I was kind of blinded. I think like a lot of people were when they saw Phantom Menace for the first time and they were like, that was amazing. And then later everyone decided, that really sucked. Except me. I still like the prequels. But I was not really thinking too hard. So when I first saw The Last Jedi, I just love Mark Hamill, and I thought, yeah, if I had done that to my nephew, I 100% would run away and feel guilt and shame. And, I still believe that. I still stand by, if Luke had done that, everything that he did, the story and flashbacks that is actually told, I 100% believe that Luke would feel so ashamed and so guilty, because it's not just, some other Padawan. It's his nephew. It's Leia's kid. It's Han Solo's kid. I definitely think he would be so filled with guilt and shame that he would quit being a Jedi and run away and, basically like Yoda did, and go into hiding and not want to talk to anyone. I definitely believe that that is a normal reaction to something like that happening. However, do I think Luke Skywalker, who turned Darth Vader back, do I really believe that he would sense darkness in his nephew and even have a fleeting moment of turning his lightsaber on and potentially killing his nephew? The guy who turned Darth Vader back, the guy who has the line, "I will not fight you, Father." Do I really believe that Luke Skywalker would even have that fleeting moment of potentially killing his nephew? Hell no. Absolutely not. So that's where I stand on everything. Had Luke actually done those things, yeah, this is a normal reaction for him to run away and not want to be a Jedi anymore, out of shame and guilt, yada yada. But do I actually think that would have happened? Absolutely not. There's no way. The guy that turned Darth Vader back from the dark side, that guy, that's the one you're telling me almost killed his nephew because he sensed a little bit of darkness in him? Nah. That's how I feel on the Luke Skywalker issue. See, this is the guy that can't even burn the Jedi Temple like he wants to out of rage. He's gonna kill his nephew.
You're up.
So if they disable this, then they can go, but how are Finn and Rose supposed to get back on the ship to go with them? Like, what? Like, in time? They have 6 minutes. This isn't a beam me up, Scotty type of situation. How can he not sense this?
I cannot be betrayed.
Like, how does he not sense this?
It's empty. They're just trying to pull our attention away.
So they think it's empty, but you can still control it? Is there no autopilot? Like, what is the reason they couldn't have done this from afar? If, like, do you know what I'm saying? They're saying, like, they're about to make the jump to light speed, and Hux says, oh, no one's in it, don't worry about it. So you could have autopiloted it, right? That's what Hux is insinuating, that autopilot is a feature. And I feel like if there's this type of space technology, autopilot is probably a thing. In fact, there is, because this takes place after Phantom Menace. And in Phantom Menace, baby annoying Anakin got into a little pod and accidentally destroyed everything. Let's try spinning. That's a cool trick. That scene. And his ship was on autopilot, and it took him to where everyone was fighting. And he had to tell R2 to override the autopilot, which he eventually did.
It's on automatic pilot.
That was back in Phantom Menace. 6, 7, we are 8 movies past that at this point. Why didn't she get in an escape pod and just do this from the beginning? I guess she thought she could just, like, fight them off, but why not destroy their ship in the process. Like, what? I hate when movies have the technology and also have it canon that autopilot is a thing, and then they don't use it for like a heroic moment. Fourth scene, right? This is the fourth scene I've liked in this movie. That's it.
You were always scum.
Rebel scum.
Boo. Ice boxes. Number 6. Sixth thing I like.
Munitions, rested artillery.
So no one responds to the distress call, and yet they have enough allies in the next movie. Give me the shot. There it is.
Alright, listen up. So they roll that cannon out front.
Oh, there it is. Number 7. Beautiful shot.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky!
There is number 8. I'm counting all of Kylo Ren's craziness in this last act as number 8 because I love crazy Kylo. His Anakin Skywalker shows so hard.
Oh, they hate that ship!
Guns are hot.
Now, pull her up! What?
Damn it. No, I don't like it because I don't like Poe, but I appreciate them trying to make me like Poe by giving him an arc of some kind, right? First scene in the beginning, Leia says, okay, come back. He says, no, we're going to do it anyway. And now here, Finn has taken Poe's, previous mantle of, no, I'm going to do it. And Poe is saying, no, pull back. I appreciate the attempt at a character arc for someone because I feel like a lot of characters are missing arcs in this film, especially. Poe, they attempted. I feel like his was done okay. Luke is about to have one as well. And I guess Kylo Ren has an arc. It's a downward spiral, but, it's an arc, right? Rey is exactly the same as she was at the beginning of the film. Finn, I believe, is exactly the same as he was at the beginning of the film. So I guess those are the 3 people that have character arcs. I wouldn't say any of the arcs are done super well. So I appreciate what they have done with Poe, but I do think it was mad lazy.
No! I won't let them win!
I love Finn, but I hate him in the last movie, so I wish this had been his death scene. Fake death. Number 2, Finn. Fake death. Number 3. We're up to 3 in one movie.
But no one's coming.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that they, have them in the next movie. So,
Stop!
Crazy Kylo.
I want every gun we have to fire on that man.
I love Crazy Kylo, man. You see how wild this is?
Do you think you got him?
No, we are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
Don't like that. Don't like that line. He's using Avatar Aang's fighting style. Number 9. I like that Luke becomes one with the Force at the end. We did it! We did it, everyone! Oh my god, what has happened? Alright, Last Jedi review. I liked 9 things. Yeah. What were they again? What did I like again? I liked Leia's fake death scene before it was fake. I liked the red salt on the last planet. I liked Luke's death, that he became one with the Force. I liked that one move that Kylo Ren did with the face and the lightsaber. There were 5 more things, right? I liked the opening scene with Rose's sister. I cannot remember the last 4, but there were 9. There were 9 things that I liked in this movie, and I hated everything else. In conclusion, to wrap up for this movie, Luke, just not Luke Skywalker, Jake Skywalker, I guess, as everyone has been calling him. I enjoy Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley's acting. I don't like their characters, but I think that they are good actors. Crazy Kylo, loved it. In terms of character arc, again, Poe, Kylo Ren, and Luke were really the only ones to have any sort of character arc. I don't think any of them were particularly well done. I think what this movie tried to do was be a new Empire Strikes Back, right? Empire Strikes Back is all about failure, right? I mean, at the end of the movie, Luke doesn't have a hand. Han is frozen in carbonite. I mean, all of our characters are pretty down. And I think they tried to replicate that for this. I mean, they made it very clear with Luke's speech. Jedi are about failure. I mean, you really crammed that theme of this movie down our throats. And again, with Star Wars fans, people are very split on this movie. Some people like it just as much as Empire, if not more. I am not one of those people, unfortunately. But that's, I think, what they were trying to do, and it didn't work, I think, because our characters just got taken in weird directions. So, all around, not my favorite. Still hate Poe. Think I hate him just as much in the next movie. Finn, who I loved in Force Awakens, I just don't care about anymore in this movie, which is unfortunate. Rey's continued to be a Mary Sue, and Kylo Ren has turned into Anakin Skywalker from the prequels, particularly Attack of the Clones. So, I'm pretty sure I hate Rise of Skywalker more than Last Jedi. Let's get out of here. I'm done.